Give me just a second there. Okay. Just real quick, guys, let's do a quick sound and screen check. Just go ahead and type in the comment box if you guys can hear me okay, and if you can see my shared screen okay, please. Okay, it looks like we're good on sound. Good on screen share too. Okay, cool. Excellent. Here we go. Okay. So $100 is just an amount that people can wrap their head. $100 a day is just an amount people can wrap their head around. It certainly can be a lot more than that. I'm going to share with you some different ways that I make $100 a day or more on Facebook, on each technique. This is me, Ryan Hightower. A little bit about me. I'm a single father of 5 girls. Here they are. It's me and left to right, myself, Summer, Abby, holding Cameron, Kaylin without the 2 front teeth, and my oldest daughter, Hannah. And I live in Phoenix, Arizona. What else? 40 years old. I'm a realtor. I run a real estate team, and I don't know, entrepreneur, probably before realtor. Um, and I want to thank you for getting on the webinar this morning. Quick agenda. We're going to do a couple of quick results, share some do's and don'ts, so some tips and tricks and some things that I do to really really leverage the power of Facebook. And then I got a special treat for you at the end. I'm going to bring on a special guest friend of mine that he and his wife are going to share with you for a few minutes something they're doing with Facebook and making over $1,000 a day with. Pretty cool stuff. So stick around. We talked a little bit about myself. I run a real estate team here in Phoenix of about 20 agents. My experience with Facebook on Facebook basically since the beginning. I for a while was kind of just playing around with Facebook and spending too much time on it. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. But finally, at one point, about probably a year and a half or 2 years ago, I got really intentional about what outcomes and what results I wanted to achieve with Facebook, as long as I was going to be on it so much. So again, this is myself and 4 of my 5 girls. I'm all about. I mean, I can show you guys how to make money with Facebook. But I'm all about lifestyle, even before the money. I'm about creating options and not having to do work and do things that you hate, and being able to travel and break away. This was us up in Flagstaff playing in the snow for a couple of days. Just I don't know, last weekend or the weekend before. Um, so some quick results. I hesitate to share some of this stuff. I'm not much on bragging or tooting my own horn or whatever. I need to plug some more screenshots in here of just some private messages. I get some private message results that really blow you away. But I use Facebook in our real estate business. We attract almost 100% of our buyer and seller leads, the agents to my team. So we peaked so far. I started this real estate team about 7, almost 8 months ago. We peaked at 22 agents so far, and I've never made a single recruiting phone call or email. That's all from Facebook. They're watching what we're doing. They want to be a part of what we're doing. I do lead generation for other brokers and teams around the country. Just different. That's kind of my thing, my niche, or I guess what I'm good at is generating leads. So I have these different gigs for whatever, $1,000, $2,000 a month to generate them X number of leads. Excuse me. I do some coaching on that and on the system, the database that we use for real estate. It's called Conversion. I do paid and free webinars. I do a paid lead gen webinar that's $97 a seat. I typically put usually 1 or 2 signups a day on that. So that's a venue for you too. I mean, you can master something and do free or paid webinars on it. The free model obviously is, deliver some value like this and then make some sort of offer, or the paid model is just paid for seat webinars. I do lead gen and database that we use conversion boot camps here in Phoenix, $2,000 a piece per person boot camps. I do some network marketing stuff using Facebook, such as send out cards and so forth. You've probably heard of. This is my business card, my contact information. Everybody will have access to the replay of this as well as the slide deck if you guys want it. The webinar is set up to automatically send out an email asking you, if you want the replay and you want the slides. This is a picture of our real estate team for the Christmas party a few weeks ago. I think we were minus 6 or 8 people that night, not in the picture. But again, all those guys, these are the checks that were handed to me that night at the party. All of this stuff. So four deals there that closed all on the same day or in 2 days. And all of these transactions and all of these agents are 100%, almost 100% Facebook results. This was a different day. Let's see, what are the dates on these? A week before that, 5 checks in 1 day. Again, Facebook agents and Facebook transactions, buyer and seller leads. This was one of the deposits from one of those days. Again, I hesitate to share that stuff, but people want to see real results, and I'm living this stuff. The stuff I'm going to show you guys is stuff I'm doing every day. This was kind of cool. This was a lady that reached out to me. I had never met her, never knew her before this. She reached out to me on Facebook and asked, she was going to be passing through town. So where is she? She's in Edmonds, Washington. Super nice lady and her husband. She was going to be passing through town. She was following me in one of the Facebook groups and saw that I could help her in her real estate business. And she asked if while they were here, if she could basically buy 2 hours of my time to just sit down and do some coaching and go over some stuff with her. So she dropped a check in the mail to me for $500, and it was an awesome experience. When she was here, I met with her and helped her, and she wrote a glowing review. She was super excited, and it helped her in her business. And these are the type of experiences that are possible on Facebook. I do some local classes, like lunch and learn type classes. We'll talk more about that, kind of taking the online, offline. And this is a way to get face-to-face with people. This is a model I use to build the team too. So the classes themselves are promoted only via Facebook. And then people come to these live classes, or they come to the online classes, and then I stay and talk to them after or whatever. It's a good chance to get face-to-face with them, and a lot of times they're interested in joining the team. Now, starting in January, we're doing these where they're going to be open to the public too, like other small social media and Facebook classes, live in person, and then we're going to have small business owners and so forth come and be able to network with them and see how we can help each other in the business too. But it all starts on Facebook. Again, we talked about, for me, it's all about lifestyle, time with my kids above all else. I have 5 daughters. I'm a very devoted and engaged father. They come first. I love business. I love, I love making money. I love helping people. I have a huge vision to impact the world and make a change on the world, but my kids above all else. And using these Facebook techniques and strategies makes this all possible. All the stuff I'm going to share with you guys, like, you can do this from anywhere. You can do this from the beach, or you can do this from vacation, or you can do it on your terms. So it gives you options, and you get to do what you love, and you get to have fun. So I kind of have adopted the excuse me, kind of adopted the mantra or mindset of, if it's not fun, I don't do it usually. This was a trip. I took the girls to Disneyland on Christmas Eve for 3 or 4 days. Recent trip here. Again, all of this is possible and we did a day at the beach. So these pictures are just a couple weeks old from some of the stuff I'm sharing with you. This is the lifestyle that's possible. I'm going to share some quick motivational and mindset stuff with you before we jump into it here. If I could drill anything home at all, if I had to give you one takeaway from this whole entire thing, it's the whole like Zig Ziglar, John Maxwell thing. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. If you start getting on Facebook and connecting with these people, and you're just trying to push your product or your thing or whatever it is that you do, your business, like you gotta, it seems so fundamental and so basic, but you have to give a damn about people. Like they don't care that you're doing cleaning carpets or you're a roofer or you're a realtor or you promote this network marketing opportunity or that one. Like it's all about the relationships first and trying to find ways to add value and build these relationships first. That's the whole message here. I like this one because you want to take anytime you read a book or you do a webinar, you've invested an hour or two into this webinar, like um, sorry, one second here. Okay, so you just want to make sure you do something with it. Start now, start where you are, start with fear, start with pain, start with doubt, start with handshaking, start with voice trembling, but start. Start and don't stop. Start where you are with what you have, just start. I like that one a lot. Let's see. I like this one too. 2016, for all of us, may the bank get fatter and the stomach get flatter. One day you'll wake up and there won't be any more things to do. There won't be any more time to do the things you've always wanted to do. Do it now. And this was one I kind of adopted myself to. My goal is to make you money, but my passion is to change you and your family's lives, period. So let today be the start of something new. Why Facebook? I'll open one or two of these real quick and read some of the stats, but you can Google Facebook statistics, and I probably don't even have to go very far into this for you guys just to know um, what we're dealing with. I mean, over 1 billion people on Facebook. Let's just look at a couple of these real quick. I was looking at them last night. 1.44 billion active monthly users, 1.25 billion mobile users. That's a slide I forgot to put in there. Make sure that everything you're doing with Facebook, if you create a lead capture page or um, a video or a post, make sure it's mobile friendly because 80% of your people on Facebook are viewing it through a mobile device. But it just, in a nutshell, it is just plain where the people are. And you can reach them all. You can reach them all, or you can reach a super tight, demographic that you're after. Average American spends 40 minutes per day on Facebook. Younger Facebook users are connected and networked with a lot more people, over 500 people. So I won't go too much into that, but you can Google Facebook statistics and it'll blow you away. The bottom line in a nutshell, like that is where the people are. There we go. So why I do Facebook, I've figured out, I wrote a book about Craigslist about 5 years ago. And it was kind of my mindset with Craigslist at that time was that you literally could accomplish any objective or result that you want. And I think Facebook has become the same exact thing. I mean, there really is nothing you can't accomplish. If it's dating or finding a soulmate or creating an income or a side income or um, we'll talk about one of the things I'm working on. My vision is to create a 10,000 Earth home community in Arizona, and I'm already attracting the funds and the tribe and the people for that, the people that'll live in the community and buy the homes and be a part of the community. Um, and stuff like this. I get messages like this almost daily. I mean, I connect with people, and it's just awesome when you get stuff like this. Ryan, I'm not sure or care how we became friends on Facebook. I'm not even sure who this is offhand. This I just grabbed one of these out of my phone and threw it in here that wouldn't be able to be identified to a name. But I wanted to message you and let you know something. You're such an inspiring and refreshing human spirit. You're always smiling. Even when working and brainstorming, you have a smile and such a great positive perspective on life. And I know you're always smiling because they get a kick out of your selfies. No real reason for this message except to maybe let you know that your smiles and all the hundreds of them in your posts do inspire, and it is infectious. So God bless and keep your happy thread, and see you on Facebook. It's awesome. I mean, I get stuff like that almost every day of just like keep my posts. We'll talk about it in a bit. Are I try to keep them inspiring and positive, and there's so much negativity in the world. So why should you do Facebook? For the same reason. I mean, figure out what it is you're trying to accomplish, and you know, and get intentional about it. And there's really nothing you can't accomplish with it. We talked about some of the quotes and the mindset stuff. Again, the crust of the whole thing is coming from a place of service, coming from a place of adding value to people. It doesn't even have to be adding value in a way that is the thing that you're doing. Like our team, we buy and sell houses. We help buyers and sellers of houses. But if I see a way to support somebody's kid that is doing Girl Scout cookies, or is doing, you know, something, they just have this cause, they're saving shelter animals or whatever, like share their stuff, promote their stuff, comment their stuff. And different things are important to different people. You're always looking for ways to add value to these people. I want to set some expectations real quick. I do very well with this Facebook stuff, but this is not a get rich quick thing. It's gonna take some work, you know. Like anything worthwhile. I don't know. I don't want to scare anybody off and say you must put hours and hours a day in or more, but I would say for the results that I achieve on Facebook, I probably am on Facebook 2 to 3 hours a day. Um, and now, I mean, there's more going on in my private messages than there is that you can see, than comments and posts and stuff. I get messages for people that want to do coaching, and people that need to buy or sell or whatever. They want to join our team, or they want to book me for a class. Like, there's so much going on behind the scenes. Facebook's not a magic bullet. It's a platform to meet people and to build relationships with. But that being said, you can still highly leverage it. I mean, you can take just a personal Facebook profile. Like, I keep right at the max of about 5,000 Facebook friends on mine. Every week or so, I'll go in and kind of look through and see, you know, are there people I don't even know? Are there inactive profiles? Are there people that I don't ever recall commenting on anything? So now it's getting to be, just with one personal Facebook profile, more and more and more highly engaged 5,000 people. And then there's, the sky's the limit. I mean, you can do fan pages and groups, and where you have no limitations on if you have a huge following. But I'm amazed at the results that I get now just from 5,000 Facebook friends. And I would say, you know, probably maybe a third of them are local and two-thirds of them are around the rest of the world. So you can really leverage it. Um, and then, you could spend money on ads. We get some help with Facebook ads from our mortgage lender partners. But all of the stuff that I'm going to share you, except for one thing, I'm going to show you one thing that I think is worth. I mean, even if you spend $5 a day doing, I think it's so worth it. But all of the rest of the stuff I'm going to share with you is free to do. Um, And so yeah, my own stuff is like I say, the thing I would say is, so we take this money and do Facebook ads with our mortgage lender partner, and that just generates like cold leads. Like we do, what's your house worth, valuation leads, and then we do like home search leads or advertise a specific property and it captures leads. And that stuff, when all is said and done, like we spend a lot of money doing it and it captures a lot of leads, and um, we close some deals off of it. I mean, obviously it's worth doing, but it is so low converting versus the free stuff that I'm sharing with you here. If you get into um, just networking and helping, building the value, adding the value with people, connecting with people, the like private messages and stuff that I get from that is like there's a transaction that closes there almost every single time. That stuff is happening almost daily now. Costs nothing to do. It's warmer business. If somebody says, it's funny too, like I had one this week. So it's a Facebook friend in California that I've never met, but I absolutely know who it is. I mean, we vibe on Facebook and comment and post on each other's stuff, and definitely somebody I would call a friend, even though I've never met her. And she referred somebody to me who I also don't know, a Facebook friend of hers that is now on mine, that needed to sell her house, $340,000 house right here in Peoria. Um, so, I mean, it's possible to build relationships with these people and for them to be referring business to you, even if you've never met them. And I think that's pretty awesome. And like I say, that sort of business is completely different than the paid ad stuff. And I would say it's much better. So it just takes some time. Some tips and tricks and some do's. We're going to cover a handful of do nots also. Um, but this will work for any type of business. Doesn't matter what it is you do. The same principles apply. And I'll give you some. I have given you some ideas. I'll give you some more ideas here for businesses to do or to use if you don't already have one to promote. Or if you're doing something that you don't want to do anymore, if you're doing whatever, if you're doing, carpentry or manual labor or something that's very physical, or you're doing, you know, Avon or something, and you just want something different, I'll give you some other ideas here too. Um, for myself, I use it for our real estate buyers and sellers. I use it to recruit agents to the team. Um, the whole recruiting thing, like we don't even actively recruit on Facebook. I mean, we just do our thing. I mean, will put pictures of the team doing something fun, going out for pizza or having a team meeting or, um, doing stuff with our families, and people want to be a part of something. So we like passively recruit, and then the classes that goes along with it. I do online and live local classes, and we recruit from that too, but all of the classes are only promoted on Facebook for free. Just, we'll get a little flyer design on Fiverr. Fiverr's awesome. If you guys aren't familiar with Fiverr, fiverr.com. Tons of things people will do for $5. So we'll get a little graphic design flyer made up for a class for $5, post it to Facebook, whatever. Come check out a free class on this or that or the other. And post it whatever once or twice a day for a week and fill a class. I usually get 50 people in a class. Coaching clients, I do coaching to other brokers and teams and agents for $250 to $500 an hour. Paid and free webinars like this one. This one's a free webinar. Just jump on and try to provide some value and try to help some people and connect with them after and kind of see what it is that they do, and see if there's some ways to work together and help each other. I do some multi-level, some network marketing stuff. And then again, we talked about my vision is this 10,000 home Earth home community. There's a guy in New Mexico, Michael Reynolds. Check out earthship.org if you get a chance. This guy builds these houses out of car tires and packs them with dirt and stuccos over them. And they're strong, and they're built out of 100% recycled materials. They stucco over them. They're beautiful homes. You don't even see the car tires. And they catch their own rainwater, and they're off the grid. They're solar powered, and they lack nothing. I mean, these houses have high-speed internet, and they have a greenhouse in the house that grows enough food to feed the family. So my big end game here is to build a little city of these things and attract the people, all of it from Facebook, attract the people to this community that then want to, be able to live this simpler lifestyle with no utilities and no debt and so forth, and then take the profits from the whole project and fund whatever the thing is that is laid in their heart, the thing that they've always wanted to go do but haven't been able to do because they're working 2 full-time jobs, or they've got a mortgage that it takes everything they have, or they're upside down on a house or whatever. Jesse, if you're listening, if you're on the call, we're going to probably be ready for you a little bit earlier than I said. But so this whole 10,000 home Earth home community thing is I'm already attracting the people to it and the funds for it. So that's pretty cool. All of it using Facebook. So do you love Facebook? I do, and that's why I do this. If you don't, use another platform or do something that you do love. My quick story about this is I was spending way too much time on Facebook not that long ago, a year ago or so, and I was really beating myself up about it. So I was really beating myself up about it. I'm like, man, I'm not getting anything done. Um, you know, this is not productive and whatever. But I love Facebook. I mean, I get inspired from. I belong to all these groups that have inspirational, motivational, funny videos. Excuse me. And I love it. All my friends are on there. Like it feels like torture or punishment staying off of there. And so I would take these complete, breaks from. Now when you see somebody do it, you just kind of laugh. Like, yeah, right. We'll see how long that lasts. People post, I'm getting off Facebook for a while and wasting too much time. So I kind of started sitting with it, and I'm like, I was doing the same thing. I was checking out completely for a week or 2 weeks or a month at a time and just really bumming. I'm like, man, that's like not talking to any of your friends for a month and not getting any of your daily inspiration. And I don't watch any TV. I don't watch any news. I read a lot. Um, and I finally really started sitting with it, and I'm like, what if I could, you know, what if I allowed myself to be on Facebook for that time? Like, let's say it's 2 hours a day. Like, if I could achieve a result, would that be worth it? And I just kind of started asking questions from there. I'm like, okay, if I could achieve any result, what would that result be? Would it be dating? Would it be to grow my business? Would it be to start a new business? And I do this often, I literally just sit down and make a list of, see if that's my next slides. It is, it's coming up. Okay, Jesse's on. So I changed my thinking on it. I figured out what I wanted to be intentional about, what result I was looking for on Facebook, and you need to do the same. Get intentional about it. Make a plan, have a plan. Start with what's your desired result or outcome. Like, okay, I'm on Facebook and I do XYZ network marketing opportunity, and I'm looking for one coffee person appointment a day, or I'm looking to do one in-home meeting a week and bring 10 people to it or 20 people to it. Or, I'm a realtor also. I'm looking for one buyer and one seller each month. So, and make a plan, write it down, have some written Facebook goals, as goofy as that sounds. Here's my current ones. 100 new real estate leads per day, and we're right there. We're 80 to 100 a day. Add 2 new agents per week to my team. I want to grow this team from 22 to 100 in 2016. It'll be the biggest real estate team in Arizona, and it'll create a great income. I want to travel 1 week per month in 2016. And all of this I want to accomplish using Facebook. I want to do one great webinar each week, just like this one. So one great webinar. We're light on attendance here this morning, but I want to do one webinar a week where I crush it, where I have 1,000 people or more on it. And I want to have fun. I want to enjoy the lifestyle. I want to have plenty of time with my kids. I want to continue to keep making good friends from online to the offline that I hike with and play racquetball with. And, we just started a thing. We're going to start having the guys over here and doing a poker night or a game night once a week. That's great. I mean, that stuff keeps me out of trouble. So one of the things I would say that has helped me a lot is just be completely authentic and transparent. Just be yourself. There's such a, there's such a tendency to need to stay politically correct. Or I would encourage you guys, if you want, follow me or friend request me on Facebook, and you can see exactly what I post. I mean, my post and my stuff is mostly positive and encouraging and uplifting and funny. Some of it is, romantic type stuff. That's probably the little bit of gray area, no pun intended, where where I offend some people, some of the romantic stuff, but this attracts people. Just being yourself attracts the same type of people and the quote right people straight to you. And either that or people won't be able to stand it, and it repels them, and you quickly make peace with that. Like, man, somebody unfriended me, somebody blocked me. In my case, there have been times where where like I get blocked or unfriended, and I usually don't care, but like if it's a friend, I'll ask why. And sometimes they don't know that they can just unfollow you. Sometimes there's um, sometimes the reason, what I'm getting at, is just that I overpost and my notifications are blowing up their my posts are blowing up their notifications. Sometimes that's the only reason. Again, always be coming from a place of service with this stuff. How can you help them? How can you serve them? So many times, excuse me, so many times it doesn't even cost any money. I mean, it's just sharing somebody's post or commenting on it, or condolences or hugs or whatever. Um, um, Sorry, got sidetracked here. So many times it doesn't even cost money to create value or add value to them. In any way you can find. It doesn't even have to be congruent or in alignment with what the thing is that you do for a living or that you're trying to promote. All about the relationships, all about relationship building. Add 10 new Facebook friends per day. Start with mutual friends, friends in common. You get doing too much more than that. If you start adding 20, 40, 50, you'll find yourself in Facebook jail and not being able to add friends for a while. 10 a day seems to be fine. And then as you get closer to 5,000, this is kind of where I'm at now. I keep hovering right at and below. And I know some people are like, wait, you're gonna unfriend people. Like, there's at 5,000, there's people that you just have never had a conversation with, inactive profiles, maybe fake profiles. I would start to unfriend some of those, maybe unfriend 10 or 20 a day to allow 10 or 20 a day who are requesting you and wanting to connect with you, and just build a more and more and more engaged 5,000. Keep it positive, keep it inspiring, keep it funny. Stay away from religion, politics, negativity, even the news most of the time. Be consistent in your posting. Make sure you're posting every day. Make sure you're consistent with what it is you're posting. A lot of this stuff, start from where you are. A lot of this stuff, I know I'm at a different place than I was 6 months ago. And I know I still look at guys like Richard Branson is my kind of personal hero. He's a billionaire. He's a save the planet guy. He's a huge, uh, uh, philanthropic stuff. He's a huge giver. And this guy has this following, and he'll post one thing and he'll get, thousands of comments and likes on it. So, I mean, I know I still see a lot of people that are in a much more, have tons more engagement than I do, but just keep plugging. I mean, just start from where you're at. Even if it's 50 or 100 or 200 Facebook friends, start with that and go deep with them. Help them out however you can, and just be consistent and stick with it. And you'll quickly find that you're on a platform and you've got a microphone, and you're drawing attention, you're making noise, and people are hearing you. Make your most impactful post of the day, plan it. What is it and when is it? Typically my most impactful post of the day is first thing in the morning, 7:30, 8 o'clock a day, and I can tell you already tomorrow what it is. I can tell you today what it is for tomorrow. Um, One of the best things you can do is share results or great stories that you've accomplished or helped someone else accomplish. Particularly, like a lot of people do a weight loss or a health thing or whatever. Especially, yeah, it's my next slide. Especially if you can get third-party validation wherever possible. If you can get someone else sharing that story and tagging you in it or whatever, instead of just you telling the story, that's even better. Birthdays sounds silly. It sounds simple. Make sure you're hitting them all. Personal message. It comes up in your thing. 12 people have birthdays today or whatever. Make it personal. Connect with them. Just the way the whole Facebook algorithm stuff works. I mean, you're posting to their timeline, and that'll put you back in each other's. Uh, so you're seeing stuff from each other for a while. If you go for too long without posting something to them or them to you, or without private messaging a person, if you go too long without that, you'll fall out of connection with them on Facebook. So it's all about engage, 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 engage. Comment, like, share on everything. I mean, everything you possibly can. Again, it's back to the Facebook algorithms and staying. The more Facebook knows, nobody even knows what these algorithms are, but the more engaged you are with these people, the more they're going to see your stuff and you're going to see theirs. They say on average, a post is only viewed by 2 to 4% of your Facebook friends. Now it's just everybody is there's so many posts and so many people, and Facebook is constantly trying to show you the 300 most relevant pieces of information that are relevant to you, based on how connected to somebody you are, based on the groups you both belong to, based on 100 different things. Again, support their causes and their efforts. Watch what's important to them. A lot of all of this stuff is just raising your awareness. It's just keeping an eye out for what's important to other people, what are they doing that matters to them, and then finding ways to support that, even if it's just some positive words. And again, back to the whole, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Take the online offline. This is where the magic happens. I can't tell you how many times you connect with somebody on Facebook, and at times it has been a dating type scenario, but it doesn't have to be. It can totally be a friend thing or a business thing or whatever. And don't be afraid to, hey, keep it public. You want to grab a coffee somewhere or whatever. And I'm always amazed. I'm amazed that's where the magic happens, when you take the online offline, and don't be afraid to initiate that. Create Facebook events and attend Facebook events. I would create events for anything you possibly can, do some classes or do some networking events or whatever. I catch a little bit of slack for this one. Like I'll click that I'm going to every event that it comes up in my thing. And you'd be surprised. It helps me clicking that I'm going has helped friends of mine and people that I know. Um, it shows up to other people that Ryan Hightower is going to this event, and it has helped them get other people to their event, whether I go or not. And then also it's created a ton of conversation starters. Like, holy cow, you're going to the, barbecue thing in New Orleans on Saturday. I thought you were in Arizona. And then you start talking to somebody and, they message you or they comment or whatever. So that's one you don't have to do, but it's one that is kind of silly that I do that creates a ton of engagement and conversations with people. Use video and pictures wherever you can. I read a statistic recently that a video, just by its nature and the algorithm of Facebook, will automatically get 4 times as much exposure as a post on Facebook. Again, coming from a place of service, always adding value. Private message only when it makes sense. Private message is super powerful, but tread lightly. It's just like text messaging. Absolutely um, do not private message sales or your pitch or whatever your thing is. I think I had one yesterday. Ask permission. You can ask permission like in the post or whatever if you're unsure. Hey, would it be okay if I sent you information on this? Find your tribe, find your people. They're absolutely on Facebook. Connect with them on there. Join and participate in community and shared interest Facebook groups. But again, don't sell or spam the groups. So you think about it, if you have, say, 200 Facebook friends, let's say you post something to your wall and it shows up and 5% of them see it. That's, whatever, that's 10 people saw your post out of 200. Now, if you belong to 10 groups that have 25,000 people or 10,000 people, that's 100 or 250,000 people that, whatever, 2 to 5% of them will see your post in their news feed. If you have 2% of 100,000 people see your post because you posted the same thing, again, try to keep your post something of value or whatever, not just a spammy or dropping a link or whatever. Stories are great. The sharing results are great. More information, free trials, free demos, that sort of thing can be good. Some sort of value added offer, but you can hit a lot more people by getting into some of these groups. And there's community type area groups, and there's like different interest groups. So definitely look into Facebook groups if you're not already in them. I mean, you create Facebook groups of your own with your own causes. This is something we're starting to do. We get some leads out of some of the community Facebook groups for real estate, and now there's a lot of realtors in them. So we're starting to join some of our own, starting some of our own community type groups where we can control that, where we can be the only realtor posting in that group as these groups grow. This is the only paid thing I would talk about in this. So target audience ads, you can really drill down with a regular demographic, like if you want to just target women or a certain age or a certain city or whatever. But you can actually, I think the very best use of money spent on Facebook advertising is uploading your own list of your people, either by phone number or email address. So like, for example, I can upload an Excel spreadsheet of the phone numbers and email addresses to all my past clients, and just a simple message like, we appreciate your referrals or something like that. Staying top of mind. I can stay in front of 1,000 specific people in their Facebook newsfeed. So they might not open email. Only 10% of emails get open and read. But I can show up in their Facebook newsfeed 3 times a day, 1,000 people for around $1 a day, $2 a day. That is crazy powerful, especially if you know what you're targeting and what the message is for them. So that's the only paid thing in this whole thing. Again, coffees, handwritten notes, cards, breaking bread with people. Take the take the online offline. If so, you start to have some good engagement or some good conversation, or there's some alignment there, or you see some possibilities of doing business together or making a new friend or whatever, don't hesitate. Like set something up and get together with them. Respect people's opinions on posts and comments, even if they're different from your own. You can win a lot of people's respect and attention, and them willing to hear what it is that you have to say if they see that you're respecting. I've seen this so many times that they know their opinion is left field from but you've respected their opinion. You haven't torn them to shreds over their different opinion, and now they're more willing to hear, maybe at that time or another time, what it is that you have to share. Unfriend or block people when necessary. Keep it positive. Um, just raise your awareness of other types of posts. Which posts, there's a lot to be said for this. Which posts get more engagement and why, and adjust your own posting strategy accordingly. When you see somebody share a story about whatever, weight loss or parenting or whatever, and you're like, holy crap, that post got 500 likes and 157 comments. Why? Is it the way it started out? Is it the way the story was told? Is it the picture? Is it the time of day? Is it who it is that's posting? Is it that they tagged 10 people in the post? And just, you can start to craft some of your posts after these other posts, that get tons of engagement. Make your profile and cover page powerful. What would you want them to convey? I'll give you an example. I mean, you want to, it's on another slide here. I mean, I would advise against making your cover photo and your profile photo your logo or whatever. But like mine conveys that, my kids are important to me, and I'm a family man. I love, smiling and having fun with them. And then in my about me, it's all very intentional. I mean, you have website links there, you have contact information there. Mine, even though I'm no longer at Remax, we haven't been there for a while, but everybody knows what Remax is. Mine will show there's still a Remax, t-shirt or business card or something popping up in that little window. Like, people can take one look at, who's this Ryan Hightower guy? Oh, he's a real estate guy. And without me, I don't post hardly anything in my personal profile that is, hey, buy a house from us and we're the best and we closed another one yesterday. But all of those things are true. All of those things are happening. But focus more on the relationships. People, when you go deep with the relationships, even with people you've never met on Facebook, they know exactly what it is that you do. Teach classes, again, online or live in person. These are great chances to take a number of people online to the offline, to take 50 people at a time, and then fill the classes using Facebook. We don't spend any money at all filling these classes. Again, this is like a graphic I got made up on Fiverr. These guys will revise these graphic images until they, sketch it out on a piece of paper. Hey, this is what I want. And it's a great way to connect and do business with people. Master something, become an expert at something. So my own thing, I became an expert at this thing called conversion. You can Google it and see they did a commercial on me. It's a real estate specific niche CRM, realtor database type thing. And I just got in there and figured out how to use it. And now I'm like the go-to guy for that. I get coaching gigs off of it. I do classes on it. Sometimes even their own company guys get stumped and they call me, hey, we're thinking about, rolling out this feature or whatever. Would you test it first? Or we have a question that we don't know the answer to. So master something, and then, use Facebook to leverage that, to do business with that. Find a need and fill it. Use subtle product placement. I'm a huge fan of t-shirts and pictures. You're wearing a t-shirt of whatever it is, your thing that you're doing. Background. People are, I swear to God, people look more at the background of photos in Facebook than they do at the foreground of photos. Like, where are you taking this picture, and what is it that's on the counter? If you're doing, Herbalife or Isogenics or whatever, and you're taking your good morning selfie in the kitchen, and there's your smoothie supplies on the background in the kitchen. Like, people will take that and run with it. Stuff like that. Like, really think out like subtle product placement and let other people comment on it and engage with it, and then go from there with it, including places that you go. Live your life on Facebook out loud. Um, Demonstrate a lifestyle, your true personality, family, fun, etc. People dig that. I mean, a lot of people don't like their own lives, and it's the same thing. It's kind of the Truman Show effect. If you guys ever saw the Truman Show with Jim Carrey, um, and where people just were always tuned in watching him live his life from the time he was born to what he was doing for work and his relationships. It's kind of the same exact thing. Like, give them, I don't think you have to create like drama or anything, but give them, give them something to watch. Give them something worth watching. And, hey man, this guy's always in a good mood. He's always with his kids. I get more, probably the thing I'm known for more than just listening to feedback from people, more than making money and generating leads and doing real estate and this and that, is, man, you're such a good dad. You're always doing fun stuff with your kids. And that's, to me, that's good. That's my number one goal. Okay, that's confirmation of that. And people dig it, you know? And so I encourage you to do the same thing. Be yourself, be authentic, be transparent, and give them something to watch, Pick your top or your favorite 10 or 20 or 50 or 100 people to really connect and go deep with. We kind of use a system in real estate. There's a big real estate trainer that trains by referral only, Brian Buffini. You can Google him and watch some of his free YouTube videos. But his whole thing is cards, handwritten notes, calls, phone call. Call your database, call your people. Once a month or once a quarter, and then popping by to see them every couple of months. So, whatever, a little gift, and here's a Starbucks card, here's some movie tickets, whatever. Just relationship building stuff so that you're always top of mind with whatever it is that you do. If it's an income opportunity, if it's a networking thing, if it's real estate. In our case, it's real estate. Um, Text these folks, private message them, and you're not private messaging hey, check out my new product, check out this new opportunity. You're just touching base on them. Hey, I saw your post on that really cracked me up. How's things, how's the kids? And focusing on the relationship. Handwritten notes can go a long way. Write whatever, 5 or 10 handwritten notes a day. And take your Facebook friends, as silly as it sounds, as much sense as it makes, take your Facebook friends to be real friends in real life, do stuff with them. Buy a plane ticket if you need to. I've done this a number of times. It's always scary, but, for business and personal stuff, I've never regretted it, but it's totally, people do it. Follow proven models. Don't reinvent the wheel. I stumble with this one a little bit because I'm a creative guy, but a great way to do this is to get involved with a network marketing business opportunity. They can be a great place to start. Kind of put aside your own, I don't know, limiting beliefs or preconceived ideas that, oh, it's a pyramid scheme or whatever. Like, look, get the facts, look into something, see what the startup cost is, see what the training is. The thing I like is the low startup cost and the proven systems, including a lot of times they have the Facebook or the social media piece already figured out, and they have free training for it. It's a great chance to work for yourself. Quickly, a few don'ts. Don't post your pitch or your business message to someone's wall. Don't private message pitch your message. Don't private message your pitch. Especially if you have zero rapport or relationship with them. This is one I got yesterday. Um, Wednesday, a couple days ago. This is somebody that does, what is it? Lavelle Thrive. It's a network marketing thing. No clue who this is. I seen you liked my post. Okay, there's a good start. I'm offering free DFTs on $100 orders. Here's my website. Dial this number now. Shouting, exclamation point. Like, who the heck are you? Like, this to me is a block. Like you just lost any chance of like no rapport whatsoever. I have no clue who this is. Hopefully she's not on the call. But just tacky, and it'll get you. It'll piss people off, and it'll get you blocked from. Look at I didn't even say anything back, and she's still going. She's still sending stuff. So don't post salesy stuff or just your pitch all the time. I have a Facebook friend that it's all she does. She logs on to Facebook and posts her thing, what she's doing with her new beauty shop or whatever, and that's all she does is another post for that, another post for that, and it's annoying. It's like who is this? If you're going to do it at all, and I maintain it's not even necessary. If you do it at all, keep it at a maximum of 10 to 20% of your total post. Don't hijack someone else's post or someone else's thread with your own message. That annoys the crap out of people too. If you see somebody starts something and then somebody else jumps on there like, hey, we do appraisals and we do, like, dude, get off of my post. Don't post religious or political or race stuff or other touchy topics. Don't censor people or their comments unless it's absolutely necessary. I've had a couple of situations where, like, I post something, gosh, what was it the other day? I posted the picture of snow for the first time in 100 years on the Egyptian pyramids, and two of my Facebook friends got in a big fight in the comments. And I'm like, how did that go? So they're calling each other names and this and that. I'm like, all right, I'm just pulling the whole post down. I don't even know how that got started. And it was bad. So don't use your profile picture or your timeline picture for company logo stuff. A lot of people are very turned off from that. The same thing goes true with like creating a personal Facebook profile that's called something. That turns a lot of people off too. Like a Facebook user that is called a personal profile that's called like Phoenix Carpet Cleaning Inc. or something like that. Like people want to connect with people. And so I'm going to bring my friend Jesse on. Give me 1 second here. I think I've got him muted. Jesse, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So Jesse's a friend of mine. We met through another friend on Facebook, Kim, and Jesse's going to talk to you for a minute about what it is they do.
So my wife and I, we're just kind of normal, average U.S. American citizens, probably like the rest of you, and we both owned our own businesses. If you guys are all realtors, you can relate to that. And we were living the American dream, if you will, although we didn't really feel like we were. My wife owned a couple of clothing boutiques. I owned a couple of property management companies. And one day we were approached by a friend of ours on social media, and she said, hey, I want to talk to you about some stuff. And she actually came out to one of the clothing boutiques and said, hey, I'm doing this this network marketing deal on Facebook, and I'm really making some pretty good money, et cetera, et cetera. And my immediate thought was I'm going to have 30 estrogen-filled women drinking wine in my living room every Friday night, and I said, absolutely not. Long story short, she came back a couple weeks later, asked again, and I wasn't into it, but she kind of got my wife hooked, got my wife on some different products that she was selling, and the next thing I know, Jenny's knocking down our door again, and she goes, I made $10,000 since the last time we spoke, which was like 3 weeks ago. And I said, okay, you have my full attention. So Jenny starts explaining how it works. My wife signs up. Fast forward 56 days. My wife had earned a $10,000 bonus and was making $2,000 extra dollars a month on top of us living the American dream. So this curbed my interest. So I signed up to do this, social media thing, thinking, oh well, if Jenny can do it, so can I. And fast forward another 60 days, I got a $10,000 bonus and was making an extra $2,000 a month. So if you're staying along with the math here, we're making an extra $4,000 a month off of Facebook, and we've earned $20,000 in bonuses in about 90 days total. So pretty awesome,
Awesome.
pretty awesome extra income. So fast forward 6 months, my wife moved up through the ranks and had signed up, I don't know, maybe about 60 some people to use the products and sell the products. and she hit what was called the triple diamond rank, and she earned a $20,000 or $25,000 bonus for triple diamond. So 6 months into the deal, my wife's making a check every month of $10,000, not including my check. And at that point, between the two of us, we'd earned $45,000 in bonuses in 6 months. Pretty incredible. So obviously, I'm a numbers guy, has my full attention. So I'm like, we need to start figuring out where we're spending our time and where our time is best spent, because we want to spend time with our kids, we want to spend time with our family, not work all the time. So obviously using social media to make money made a lot more sense rather than her standing behind the counter of a clothing boutique 12 hours a day and me driving a diesel truck around to shovel snow off roofs of homes. So we shut down one of the clothing boutiques in Phoenix. Obviously, risk versus reward. We cut some of the risk, obviously the rent there. And I started to kind of back off what I was doing with the property management, let my guys kind of handle the show, and we focused on It Works. Fast forward to 10 months, my wife hits the presidential diamond rank, which has an average paycheck of $16,000 a month, and she earned a $100,000 bonus. So if you're keeping up here, we're at the 10-month mark, and we've earned $145,000 in bonuses. $145,000 in bonuses.
Wow.
Mind-blowing. I mean, in 10 months. It's literally mind-blowing. That's a lot of roofs to shovel or a lot of dresses to sell at a clothing boutique. So at that point, we made the decision that we were going to make It Works and this network marketing gig our full-time deal and basically walk away from what was considered to be the American dream, which to us wasn't. We were spending 60, 70 plus hours a week each, working these businesses, to pay our bills, and we never got to be together or see our kids. So, now we're pushing the 2-year mark, and we're getting ready to cross over to the Ambassador Diamond rank, which the average paycheck for the Ambassador Diamond is $30,000 a month. That's just for one person. That's not two people. That's just one person. And the double good bonus for the Ambassador is $150,000. So, needless to say, social media has forever changed our lives. Again, I thought I was going to be sitting around with women drinking wine in my living room every Friday, and it turns out that we kind of stepped out of our comfort zone and did something that we never thought we were going to do, and it has forever changed our lives. And all it took was a lot of those things that you just spoke about, Ryan, which was consistency, doing the same things over and over, treating Facebook kind of like a job, reaching out to people, posting every day, and it's really incredible what the power of social media can do. I have people ask me all the time, oh, well, what if I don't have a lot of friends, et cetera, et cetera. Both my mother-in-law and my mother are 65 plus, and they do this full time. My mom makes about $2,000 a month off of It Works, and my mother-in-law is a double diamond with an average paycheck of $5,000 a month. And they're in their 60s, maybe have 300 or 400 Facebook friends, and they're not exactly ninjas on the old computer. So
Wow.
with that being said, I know that this may sound like something that's absolutely ridiculous, because that's what I thought. I thought it was some sort of pyramid scheme or some sort of scam. And after we had actually hit the triple diamond mark, when we had earned the $45,000 in bonuses, I actually called my attorney and had him investigate the company, because I was scared that the money was too good and that it was something illegal or something. And turns out the company is on the Forbes top 500 fastest growing businesses list. It has been for 3 years. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Forbes, but they got a skyscraper full of smart guys that don't make mistakes about businesses being legitimate and making it into their magazine. Number 2, they're totally 100% debt-free, and number 3, they've been around since 2001. So you put those 3 things together, being on the Forbes list, being debt-free, and being around since 2001, and I can promise you the company's not going anywhere for a very long time. With that being said, I know Ryan has a website for you guys and a phone number that if you guys are interested in kind of hearing more about the social media craziness and how you can make $1,000 a day, kind of like my wife and I, you can text It Works to 480-800-4554. That number again is 480-800-4554, and just text It Works, and someone will get back to you today with that info. And I believe there's a website. Yes, the website is itworkswrapthing.info. That's itworkswrap, W-R-A-P, thing.info. And feel free to kind of log on and check things out there.
So that'll take them here. Just enter an email and a phone number, and we'll have somebody reach out to them today.
Bingo. So yeah, that's kind of my story, and it's blessed my family. My wife and I both now moved from Vail, Colorado, down here to Scottsdale, Arizona, and we've made a ton of friends since doing so, and it's changed our lives. I mean, never in a million years, if you would have asked me 10 years ago what I thought I'd be doing, it definitely wouldn't be working a home-based business from the internet whatsoever.
Awesome, man. Um, you want to open it up to questions here if there are any? If not, we'll
Yeah, yeah,
wrap up.
yeah. Pick my brain. Anything you want to know, now's the time.
Anybody have any questions for myself or Jesse? I think we've got both Ann and Kim on the call as well. Kim
Yep,
is
Kim.
okay. Kim's my connection. I met Kim on Facebook, and Kim is doing It Works also. Been doing it for, I don't know, 6 months or something, a year. Um,
About 6 months.
yeah, and then Kim's uh, Kim's rep or Kim's upline is Jesse and Ann, and that's how I know them. So again, uh, it all started with Facebook. So Ray Flores wants to know a little bit about the products. Is that I don't know, Jesse? I'll let you make that call if you want to jump into any of the products or opportunity here, or if you would prefer for people to just uh, enter the information and have do
Well,
one-on-ones instead.
I'll tell you to enter the information, but I'll give you kind of the quick, Cliff's notes really fast for anybody who's kind of listening. Basically, It Works has an entire line of products. I mean, everything from shakes and, protein drinks and things like that to fat fighters that you can take, which are a pill that you can take, which will help burn up fat cells. Thermofits, which will, if you don't have time to get to the gym, they'll help raise your metabolic rate to help burn extra calories. To the amazing Skinny Wrap, which is kind of their flagship product. To greens, which is something you can drink, which levels out the pH levels in your body. The greens kind of have a special place in my heart. My father was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and I went to an It Works event, and they were talking about how they can't say that the greens cures cancer. However, they can say that it eliminates 99% of things that cause cancer. And the doctor kind of explained the greens as a swimming pool that's totally green. And what do? You call the pool guy out, and he takes that same water and he turns it clear again. You can swim in it. That's what the greens does to your body. So long story short, put my dad on the greens, went back to the doctor 90 days later, cancer-free. So I'm not going to tell you, that the greens cure cancer. I'm just going to tell you that I think it truly saved my father's life. And we also have another team member who their grandfather had colon cancer. Same deal, gave him the greens 90 days later, went back to the doc cancer-free. So I believe in these products not only because they've changed my life financially, but I'm happy to say that I truly believe that my father wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the greens.
Wow.
So yeah, the products work. They're all natural, and you can kind of, when you go to the website and text us, we can get more in depth with certain products that you're interested in and whatever else. But long story short, they really do have products that work. It's a $100 million a month company. The company's called It Works, and they're on the Forbes list. So they obviously didn't get to that point by having a bunch of products that don't work.
Yeah,
It's in the name. It
absolutely.
works.
Absolutely. Well, let's go ahead and wrap up here. I'll hit the call to action here one more time. If you guys want to hear any more about that, or you want Jesse or his team to reach out to you, just text It Works to 480-800-4554, 480-800-4554, or you can go to itworkswrapthing.info, and that'll take you to this page. Just put in your email and cell phone, and someone will get back to you today. Awesome. Thanks for being on, Jesse and Ann and Kim. I appreciate you guys. And
Thanks for having me.
absolutely, man.
Yes,
This was recorded. We'll go ahead and get the recording out to everybody. And thanks again, guys. We'll talk to you soon.